helping keep modern Manx history alive.
Can you give me the highlights and things that stand out for you in today's budget?
I think from a corporate service perspective, the real highlight from today's budget was certainly the removal of the attribution regime and the certainty that I believe that gives to the business community with the ongoing persistence of the 0-10 regime.
It seems to be the thing that everyone's talking about. Again, how important would it have been, or what differences could there have been on the Isle of Man if they hadn't dealt with that problem?
I think it's absolutely crucial. I mean, clearly there's no one measure that would actually bring an island's economy down, but the removal of the 0-10 regime would have had very significant adverse implications for the island, and I think we've seen evidence of that recently with the amount of press inches and the coverage on the TV. So I think everybody's very pleased to see some measure of certainty coming in.
Everyone was hearing the rumours that people might up sticks, move and so on. Did you hear those sort of things as well?
I don't believe we'd heard people saying that they would up sticks. There was certainly a hesitation of people to move to the island, and in the enquiries that we'd been receiving, the one key thing that came through was people saying, what certainty do we have that we're incurring costs for good reason? So I think it was more a blocker to business coming to the island as opposed to necessarily business wanting to ultimately leave the island.
And of course, business always likes certainty, don't they?
Absolutely. The tax system in general has to have three pillars. It has to have stability, certainty and equity. We've had stability for quite some time. Hopefully with the removal of attribution, we've got the equity now. And I think with this, we've got a lot more certainty than we did have over the past 18 months.
How do you predict the next year to be then?
Well, things are already looking very good. It's probably too early to say that we're seeing the green shoots of recovery, but enquiries are definitely up. We're starting to see a lot more optimism, and if the UK's recovery can be believed, then I see no reason why we shouldn't benefit from that as well. So I think we're in a far better position than we were.
And our competitiveness with other offshores. I mean, Jersey seems to be following the same route as what the Isle of Man's done today with this tax change. Is that good news or bad news for us?
I think it's good for the international community in general, because everybody has been moving to greater transparency, trying to move towards being compliant with what is accepted as international best practice. So whilst we'd always like to be more competitive than our neighbours, I think we'd still prefer to see the international community as a whole become more compliant and move towards a regime that people are comfortable with. At the end of the day, it does nobody any good if we're all tarred with the brush of being offshore centres, when clearly we're not. We're trying to be international financial centres which are amenable to and helpful to business.
Please subscribe to the Isle of Man TV archive channel. Thank you.